Today we're watching Deadpool Was Real and He Lived in 1939 by Briefed. I think we all know who Deadpool is. Like, Deadpool is actually one of my favorite characters. Like, there's Batman, which I love from the DC universe. Like, he's one of my favorites. But when it comes to Marvel just has too many great characters, in my opinion. There's Spider-Man. There's Ghost Rider. There's so many characters from Marvel that's just better, in my opinion, than DC. But the favorite, the top, I'll never forget it, is Deadpool, bro. Deadpool is a funny motherfucker, bro. Especially in the comics and in the movies. You know what I'm saying? But that's not what we came for. We came for this video. So yeah, let's dollar.
Mad Jack Churchill. That's the name of the real life Deadpool. Man, you know how Deadpool runs across the battlefield, dodging bullets and slicing people with his sword while laughing? If you thought that is fiction, then
let me tell you something, brother.
That is literally real life World War II soldier Mad Jack Churchill. And I'm not exaggerating, bro. Mad Jack Churchill's life was so ridiculous that if they made a movie about him, you would call it unrealistic. Get this.
Wait, so the Oki's name is Mad Jack. But it's chickens, bro. So his name is Mad Jack Churchill. That's actually like Winston Churchill. Wait, I like Churchill's really like crazy. Like, bro, please don't mind the chickens. They're very loud. I got chickens by my side. So wait, I like Churchill's like very crazy because like, bro, there's Winston Churchill, which, bro, if you ever like, maybe we can do a documentary, watch one of his documentaries. Winston Churchill was a freaking tank, dog. I might not agree with some of the things he was moving with, but the Oki was the ish, dog. Bro. Probably one of the gents that I really want to be if I ever, grow up, you know what I'm saying? Like, be one of those members. I don't want to be a part of a world war, but I want to be that type of old, dog. You know what I'm saying? In this YouTube space, in my life, in my family's life, you know what I'm saying? I just want to be hot man, dog. But yeah, let's carry on, bro. I'm digressing again.
This dude shot a machine gun wielding Nazi during World War II with a longbow.
Damn.
Captured 42 other gun-wielding Nazis with nothing but his 3-foot Scottish broadsword.
Damn!
And did that alone, by the way. And when he wasn't going medieval death in the 1940s, he walked around the battlefield playing bagpipes. Oh, and he was a former model. This is basically Hollywood's...
Oh! Is this... I think I know this. Oh. Hold up, let's keep on watching. I think I know this. Yo, wait.
His next blockbuster movie wrapped up on a silver plate. And why not every handsome male actor is petitioning for this role? I don't know. So, as YouTube's resident Uncle Handsome, I gotta ask Hollywood, how you doing? I know I'm the wrong color, but Hollywood.
No, my brother, no. Maybe. You know what? No. I would rather have who's this Oki? Tommy Shelby, and or that Oki that acted in Venom. But that's the only business niggas that I know that are really moving that hard. You know what I'm saying? We can't have like Spider-Man. No. Ooh, can we though? Cause that nigga does have some diverse roles. Bro, these chickens, bro. Hey.
What? If I can't act it, call me. I'll write the script for you. Whatever. They probably just watch this video and then ruin the story. So let me tell it to you well. Let me tell it to you here first. The story of Mad. Colombo, British Ceylon. In what is modern day Sri Lanka, Mad Jack Churchill was born. Well, he was not Mad Jack yet, he was just Jack, son of his father, Alec Fleming Churchill, an English civil servant who eventually moved his son and wife back to England, and back in the good old UK, Jack attended the Royal Military College at Sandhurst. And that's where all the normal in this story just stops, flat out, brother. From here on out, we go crazy. After college, Jack served in Burma with the Manchester Regiment, where the British Empire had to suppress some rebellions and police some of the territory they colonized. Mind you, that this is in the 1930s when people were already using guns, but Jack, he found himself a medieval 3-foot longsword and he was thinking, Bankai! So my guy was running around the battlefield in Burma like he's that fire sword guy from Game of Thrones, you know what I mean? Just cutting people. You get me, bro. I like to think that it was exactly at that moment that he earned.
Bro, I love the editing though. I like I'm trying to focus on the story, but like I am loving the editing, boys. I am. I mean Owens. Cause like there's ladies that also watch my age, so I'm just gonna call them all Owens, just to be gender neutral.
Earned the nickname Mad Jack, but we don't know when he really got that nickname. Mad Jack, he was though. And I know there's some Loco Lucas and Saint Ivan or Crazy Karen watching this thinking, ooh, we have the same kind of nickname because I'm also Gaga. No, bruh, nah. There's levels to this. After Mad Jack left the army in 1936, he didn't go into civil service or started teaching. Nah, fam. This guy became a male model. Then he started playing bagpipes competitively. Then he learned archery to the point where he placed 26th in the 1939 World Championship in Oslo. And because that's not enough, he then started acting in movies. Man was just doing side quests in real life until it was time to get back to the main quest. Now, Mad Jack didn't just have a 3-foot long sword to fight tanks, rifles, and machine guns with. That would be crazy. No, he also had a bow and arrows and bagpipes.
That's all I needed. That's all I needed.
Mad Jack Churchill enlisted, and bro, I kid you not, his brothers-in-arms were carrying sidearms and rifles, and Mad Jack was cosplaying a fantasy RPG.
Yo, bro, man. I'm trying to stop like pausing a lot because I just yap the whole time and it's like, bro, wasting time. You want to watch everything, but dog, when it comes to people that really like work hard and there's people that really push, bro, they are first known. Like, oh, these niggas just push. That's all they do. They're obsessed about this. Like, what they do is basketball players, bro. Like, I'm not a basketball player myself, but dog, I have mad respect for those OGs, dog. Like, even Michael Jordan, bro. Like, I didn't even know much about my basketball, but he's in my wallpaper when it comes to like what's this in my WhatsApp. He's my wallpaper. The first people I know that really move that way, they really move crazy was who's this? Oh, like Kobe Bryant. Yeah, Kobe Bryant, that Mamba mentality. But I'm you see, bro, I'm going places when we're supposed to be in this video, but dog.
In World War II, which had a 10% casualty rate amongst fully equipped British soldiers. This is Deadpool energy on steroids, and I can hardly use memes in this video because Mad Jack was a living meme. Any clip, any movie, anything I use here pales in comparison. So here this guy is, a former model, cutting and hawkeyeing his way across Europe whenever he's not playing bagpipes for the bros. And he really was about that action live. Like this one time,
I'm at band camp?
Mad Jack was fighting in France in the 1940s. He was fighting for the British, and at this particular battle, in this particular moment, the Germans are advancing on them. The British troops are retreating because they are overwhelmed by the Germans. But Mad Jack, that ass, wanted to improve his KDR with an arrow kill before the battle was over, so he shot a German sergeant with his bow, making him the last known soldier in modern warfare to kill a man with a longbow. Epic. And if you...
That is fucking epic. Yo, bro. Cause listen, guys, man, what's this? World War II, there wasn't like, there were like, isn't no like, bro, it's not on some like one bolt rifles there where it's just like, pa, okay, this reload, pa, okay, this reload, pa. No, those Okies had machine guns. That old nigga had a prrrr, and in the middle of that prrrr, here's the member taking out a longbow and just, pa. What? Remember, he's a loony, bro. It's Okie.
You're thinking, yeah, that's cute, but he's just some crazy guy who got lucky that no one ever shot him while he was cosplaying as Link. Bro, you have no idea. I got receipts. The British are leading a raid on this Norwegian war-torn town. Mad Jack runs ahead of his men into battle, into Nazi-occupied building, and cuts through the Germans like vintage Deadpool. One witness later reported that after he cut down all the unexpected Germans who had taken cover in the buildings, Mad Jack went up to the roof to snipe the other Germans with his longbow until the roof of the old building collapsed under him, and then he just stood up and kept going.
No, like, I'm going to war with that though. Now for real, bro. I'm going to war with that though. That all there, bro. That we buying him a beer and we going to war with him, bro. I'm not leaving this Oki behind, bro. Like if the sergeant be like, hey yo, boys, you need to vibe. I don't know. Like you gotta go, you on assignment, and this Oki sick, bro. We are waiting until this Oki feels better, dog. Nah, bro. We're waiting until this Oki feels better, bro. This is the type of energy who's David Goggins was saying. Where he said like out of 100 men that go to a battlefield, what's this, 90 don't wanna be there. 9 well, I guess will survive, will be there, and then there's one warrior that was just born for that ish, bruh. That's the O, bro. I'm not leaving, dog. I'm sorry, dog. Wake him up, bro. Wake up, Dad.
The British are participating in the Salerno landings, and Commander Mad Jack commanded a commando unit, and I like to think he also went commando in this surprise nighttime attack. Mad Jack left the unit to go at it solo, sprinting through the dark hills of Salerno, Italia, with a sword in hand, and captured 42 German soldiers alone. It sounds unbelievable, and that's why no one could believe it at the time either. So when they asked him how he did it, he said that he just walked around at night, sneaking up to the Germans with a sword in hand, all like, "Surprise, motherfucker!" And they just surrendered, rather than being impaled on his 3-foot Scottish broadsword. A quote from one of his fellow officers: "Churchill is the only man I know who could play the bagpipes, fire a longbow, and wield a claymore all at once, and still not miss a beat."
Dog!
Mad Jack and 6 others.
You're not going to war with us, oh boys. I mean, Owens. You're not going to war with us, oh. You're seriously not going to war with us, Owen, bro. Come on, bro. Stop playing with me, bro.
Commandos are ordered to assist a partisan attack in Yugoslavia. As they approach the town of Brac, their boat is hit. The landing turns to chaos. Gunfire rains down on them. Explosions light up the hillside. Most of the unit is wiped out. Churchill, though, manages to swim ashore to a ridge, badly wounded, surrounded by Nazis. So what does he do? He sits on a rock with a view and starts playing his bagpipes, ready to await and welcome his inevitable death. Then a German grenade knocks him unconscious and he is captured. It was finally confirmed that Mad Jack is not truly invincible. Has there ever been anything more Deadpool in real life? Bro, all that's missing is a mask and a suit. I can't get over the fact that
in my opinion right now, we in like I don't know, the 7 minutes. But it's not really Deadpool, bro. I haven't seen anything that's really like, okay, he's Deadpool. What I can say now, bro, this he's really on some like, yo, he's that old, bro. He's that old. That is that old that people tell stories about. You know what I'm saying? So like, well, he's your father in all those in my days stories. You know what I'm saying? He's that old, bro. He's that old. In my days, we used to. They talking about him. That's what it is, bro. But nah, bro. I haven't seen anything that say Deadpool. But he's definitely the shit, though. No lie. But it could be like it could be just hyping this thing up so we can watch it. I mean, like I already watching. We're reacting to it now, so.
Mad Jack was a mad, handsome, and male model, literally, and I'm not kidding. Ryan Reynolds has to play him in a movie. That movie would basically just be an alternative universe World War II Deadpool, but come on, it's too perfect.
I'd love to get in the mix, but I have low bone density and I have to keep my face safe.
But back to the story, because this is not how it ended for Mad Jack. Nah, after the Germans captured this man, who had become a legend to his own people and the boogeyman to his enemies, now the Germans had to break his spirit, strip down the mythology, and destroy the man underneath. And of course, the Germans had just the place to do it: concentration camps. Their concentration camps were built for this exact purpose, to break people down. And that was where they sent Mad Jack, to the Sachsenhausen concentration camp, to be exact. A place where you are worked and humiliated to death and where escape is impossible. Mad Jack escaped. Dude dug an underground tunnel from his cell that reached outside of the camp. Then he ran almost 100 kilometers towards the Baltic Sea, ready to escape via the ocean, and just as he reached the coast, he was caught again by the Nazis, who could not be defeated by Mad Jack yet again, and had chased after him with everything they had. This time, they made sure he would face their fury. This time, they would put wahre Gottesfurcht in him. This time, they sent him to a castle on a fortified alpine mountain, a castle somewhere in Tyrol.
Does that mean like fear of God or something like that? Yeah, bro, I'm not good at Afrikaans, bro. I'll be honest with you. I know German and Afrikaans is not the same thing, but I'm not good at like Afrikaans, bro. Imagine German, dog. But I want to learn German, though. I want to learn German. I got like this friend of mine just really teaching me, not really teaching me, but like she's doing German. And I was like, yo, no, what? And I also want to learn German. So I'm like, yo, let's talk like in German from now on. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if that's gonna work. Hit me up in 3 months and ask me, are we still like talking German? Then yeah, bro, I might even like get you what the Guten Tag. You know what I'm saying?
Austria. This was not just a Konzentrationslager, nein, it was a prison fortress. And it is here that Mad Jack would spend the rest of his life in prison. Yeah, he escaped again. During a power outage, he disguised himself as a laborer and just walked out, past everybody. Walked 240 kilometers from Austria to Italy, where he ran into an American recon patrol, walked up to these US troops, and the official quote that we have is that he told them, "I'm Churchill, I've escaped." And the Americans gave him a cigarette that Mad Jack smoked to end his combat military career in 1945.
Dog!
Later that year, Mad Jack returned to England and lived with his wife, Rosamund Margaret Denny, whom he met during the war. Yeah, while charging in between tanks, wielding a sword, he had time to raise up Rosa, who was the daughter of a Scottish aristocratic family. Of course, Highlander personified gets the Scottish princess. As if the story wasn't unbelievable enough. Is there anything normal about this guy? Man probably had another 12-inch broadsword between his legs, you know what I mean? The details of how the two met.
Okay, bro. Okay, you seem a bit excited about this. But I don't blame you though. I do blame you. like, bro, that's a lot of glazing. I've been seeing a lot of glazing here, bro. I haven't seen much of Deadpool, but this nigga is like a proper O, bro. Real proper O. But has he though? When you usually look at the story, has he been? I haven't really seen it. I haven't really seen that much Deadpool. Like, of course, yes, he's done a lot of Deadpool thing. Like, he escaped out of prison and all of that. And, like, and still hasn't been broken mentally. Deadpool is kind of broken mentally. But, you know what I'm saying? Technically, Deadpool hasn't been broken mentally yet. Yeah, but no, this Oak is a badass. We can't deny that.
Are unknown, but between his love for cosplaying as a Highlander and her being of Scottish aristocracy, I can see how they would know of one another. So yeah, that was his wife, and Mad Jack and Rosa had 2 sons in 1942 and 1947, Malcolm and Rodney, who are both possibly still alive, and I really hope they see this video. Hi Malcolm, hi Rodney. Your dad needs his own movie, and sorry that I mentioned this other 12-inch broadsword, I'm sorry about that. Alright, so while back at home, Mad Jack.
Yeah, bro. Nah, it's like, alright, dog. Come on, bro. Relax. Too much fanboying, dog. Too much fanboying. No. Just stop it.
Kept working for the military in non-combat roles. And I'll get to that later, but I'm not done with the things he did during the war yet. Can we talk about the fact, again, that this guy was shooting soldiers with a bow and arrow in World War II, a war that looked like this? Dude was running around fighting Nazis with a sword. Like what? Imagine being a soldier, surviving Mad Jack, and coming home like, ich schwöre auf Gott, Hans, ein verrückter Samurai mit einem 1 Meter Schwert und Dudelsack wollte mich töten. But even outside of the battlefield, Mad Jack was Mad Jack. He was Deadpool's levels of crazy and awesome and weird. And just get this, one of his party tricks was to quote long passages of Shakespeare in flawless stage English while surfing. That's not a joke, seriously. In fact, after the war, he served the Severn Boar. And we can't just skip over this because I don't think you know what this means, so let me explain. Imagine you're standing next to a
Boar as in like boar, or is it? I mean, he's gonna explain it now. Why am I pausing? Psh, bro, I'm pretty sure you don't wanna fight me at this point because I've been pausing, guys.
quiet, normal river that calmly flows towards the ocean, and then suddenly a wave comes from the ocean up the river the wrong way, and it does that at almost 30 kilometers per hour because the rising sea levels push the water back into the river hard, creating said wave, which picks up a lot of dirt and rocks along the way. So it's not exactly clear, soothing water anymore, more like a powerful mud wave that goes on for miles. That's the Severn Boar, and Mad Jack was one of the first people in the world to ride that. Of course he was. Basically, he gave up the life of war to become a chill surfer dude, except he did that in cold-ass England, riding mud. Mad Jack. He also served as an instructor for land and navigation in the Austrian Alps, teaching new army recruits as part of the British Army's mountain warfare training. His training exercises included leading the new recruits up snowy peaks, bagpipes still strapped to his back, sword still at his hip, and the trainees reported that he would break into a Scottish folk dance at 8,000 feet altitude just to keep morale high. And this is a quote from one of them: "He was like Gandalf with a punk streak." Is there a better quote to end it on? I think that just perfectly sums up the life of Mad. Oh no, wait, there's more. He once rode through India on a motorcycle without a map, equipped with a compass only. Then he got lost in the jungle and had to fight off a leopard with a branch. Yeah, for some people, that is the adventure of their life. For Mad Jack, it's Tuesday. And somehow, that man actually got a peaceful death in 1996 at the age of 90, dying in his sleep in his own bed at home in Surrey, England. When the news of his death broke, Royal Marines Major General Julian Thompson, who personally had known Mad Jack, said, "There never was another like him, and there never will be." And I know they say that at every other funeral, but in the case of Mad Jack, I mean, it's facts. And if you like me,
I mean, yeah, that's true, bro. If he really did move like how they talking, bro, yeah, there's never gonna be. I mean, maybe there will be somebody. There might be somebody who's better than him, because there's a lot of people that's like, well, okay, yeah, man, wow, they deserve their own story, bro. They really do deserve their own story. But like Mad Jack is just, he's a mad lad, bro. Yo, do they still even say that like in the internet anymore, bro? Like saying mad lad. Do they still say that? I wonder. Let's finish this video.
me are still wondering why the hell this guy would really carry around a 3-foot Scottish broadsword into World War II. A fellow officer once asked Mad Jack what the deal with the sword is, and Mad Jack replied, and I quote, "In my opinion, sir, any officer who goes into action without a sword is improperly dressed." Mad Jack Churchill.
Okay. He's Deadpool. He's Deadpool. Because, okay, guys, now, showcase. I think maybe when I said he wasn't Deadpool, I was thinking of more like, I didn't hear any jokes he made. You know what I'm saying? He didn't break the fourth wall or anything like that. But from his achievements and what he's been doing, like, this Oki went to war with a freaking bow and arrow, and also with a sword, and with guns. Does that not sound like Deadpool? Man got tortured and was still cool. He found the love of his life and was still leckers. I don't know how the relationship was, but like, man's found love, bro.
Straight dog!
Hey guys, and if you enjoy this video and my style of education, everything, there's a YouTube membership thing.
Yeah, guys, that was fire. That was fire. We went, yo, okay, this video is very long. It's a long video, but like this was actually a good video, guys. A very good video. At first, I wasn't really convinced that this nigga's like Deadpool, but when you really look at the achievements and you really look at how like Jack was really moving, bro, this Oki was actually a freaking mad lad. He was a freaking Deadpool type of Oki, dog. I kind of wish I met him though, but I'm kind of like South African and we're the British. No, we and the British had a cool. Not really, not really. So yeah, man. Yo, bro. But it's a cool no, bro. That was a cool video, bro. I like that video. If you want to see more videos, please comment, like, subscribe, do the most. And also, if you have any suggestions for me to watch or to react to, please, I'm gonna put down my Insta on this video, and also you're gonna find me. But it's Lost Owen, the Lost Owen. Just hit me up, and yeah, bro. Good video. But until then, it's been the Lost Owen. Always.